Oh, aid me, Lady Meridia. Help me find what I seek. Ah! Lady, protect me! Oh, you didn't attack. Sorry. The jungle is so dangerous. When I agreed to help my high priest enter the nearby temple, it didn't seem so risky. Now here I am, all alone, surrounded by creatures, and not a Lucent in sight. Broken Light Temple, a place of Meridia worship. It mysteriously collapsed centuries ago. No one's entered since. High Priest Ermine plans to get inside, find a font of power, and restore its former glory. But legends say the place is dangerous. A monstrous sentinel patrols the grounds, slaying any who enter, and it has ghosts of old priests, and other stuff I can't handle. Someone brave should go help Ermine restore the temple. Someone like you! I promise you'll provide a reward. Find Ermine outside the temple along the northern coast. She has a device that will get you inside, but it needs a Lucent for power. After that, she'll explain what you need to begin the restoration. I'm off to Sunport. It's too scary out here. It's really old. High Priest Ermine once said House Corellania built it the year they turned to the Three Queens. So, what, 1,000 years? The histories say Meridia herself oversaw its construction. What a blessed thing indeed. Oh, sadly, I don't know much about that. It happened hundreds of years ago, supposedly. The temple is all rubble now, instead of a shining beacon to the bright lady. Ermine knows more, but she keeps the details to herself. For security, she says. The sentinel supposedly guards the grounds from intruders. The old histories mention it, but details are sparse. The ghosts... maybe I made them up. But you can hear voices from the temple sometimes. At night. What else could it be? The Condescent Order. We are devoted solely to Meridia, instead of all of the Three Queens. Only she can show us through these dark days. We are quite small. High Priest Ermine believes our numbers will swell once we restore the temple. You're not familiar with the Three Queens? Oh, right. You're one of those people from the mainland. The High Elves of Solstice, indeed many of the island's inhabitants, revere Meridia, Nocturnal, and Azura. We, however, focus on the Lady of Light. She's very impressive. I admire her a great deal. You'll understand once you meet her. The High Priest took over our order and saved it from dissolution. I'll admit that she has high expectations of others, but it's all for the best. A small crystal that contains oblivion energy. Daedra worshippers, such as those of my order, keep them around our temples, for use in rituals and stuff. Ermine needs a Lucent to power a tool she carries. That's why I'm out here all alone, searching.
Nothing here. I need to get inside. Traveler, please, join my sacred mission. Just as my strength wavers, the Light Queen sends you to me, a clear sign that I must persist. I lead an order of devotees to Meridia. Have you seen the ruins of Broken Light Temple on the hill? Our mission is its glorious restoration. Doria's sense of character never fails. You appear quite capable of guiding me through the dangers ahead. Our goal is to find a font of Meridia's power that's locked away inside. That's how I'll restore the temple's former glory. I believe this power can cleanse any dark threats in the temple and imbue it with Meridia's blessing once more. Then we rebuild. Are you ready to begin this sacred task? We must create a way across the bridge to the entrance. That's why I brought a translocation rod. It can repair the gap, but it needs power from a Lucent shard. Look in rubble piles around here. I believe Meridia shall provide. All that's known of the temple's history comes from vague stories on faded parchment. They say Meridia herself instructed Coralania believers to build the temple here. It collapsed mysteriously centuries ago. I'd love to learn why myself. The stories we have describe the font in quite poetic terms. Images of water bubbling from a spring are common, as are descriptions of people bathing in its cleansing light. They claimed it can flow for eternity, which I hope is true. Sadly, its true name is lost to time. Broken Light Temple is what the people of Solstice called it after the collapse. The name describes the loss of Meridia's blessing quite well. Perhaps we can learn its true name once we go inside. We are a clan of High Elves who call Solstice home. They fled Hammerfell centuries ago and settled on this island, though there's more to the story. We revere 3 Daedric princes, but I am devoted exclusively to Meridia's cleansing light. Glad to hear our mission piqued your interest. Ask away. The Candescent Order. We're quite small, but strict devotees of Meridia. Most from my house worship all of the 3 queens, but not us. Only the Lady of Light deserves our worship. The most revered Daedric princes, Azura, Nocturnal, and Meridia. We Coralania elves gave up our necromantic ways long ago. My ancestors decided to venerate these princes instead. I, of course, worship Meridia over the others. Only because I also founded our group. Worship of Azura and Nocturnal felt so hollow to me, but when I communed with Meridia, her light enveloped me. Speaking about Meridia's supremacy just made sense. An enchanted device that easily moves large objects. Point it and send an object to an empty planar space. The bearer then releases the object where they please. Originally, it was used to imprison enemies, but it has more practical applications. A small crystal fragment that can store magical energy. They grow in the depths of oblivion, which makes them rare. But Daedric temples often have them scattered around. If we can find one in this rubble, it will power the rod. No luck for me. How's your search? Ah, did you find one? A lucent shard from Broken Light Temple will power the translocation rod while in this area. It should look like a glowing crystal. A bit of tinkering. Here we are. It already feels much more powerful. I think we can clear a path now. Since Meridia chose you to help, you should wield the rod. I'll explain how it works. Come with me. Come, up the stairs. Use the rod to capture this rubble here. Just point and it will understand your intent. Success! Now point the rod here to release the stones. Bless the light! You've got it! Now we can cross. Let's get inside. I'm in here, traveler! You must see this. Incredible. The Great Hall of Broken Light Temple. The glyph on these massive doors. I recognize it. Our goal is through here. I call on Her Lady's brilliance to shine upon... But I'm devoted to Meridia. That should have worked. Look for anything that explains these doors. Meridian priests contemplate those for hours. Shame about its condition. Followers of Meridia cleanse her enemies by force sometimes. Does that parchment offer answers? Show me, please. The cynosure. That's how the old parchments describe the font of power. It's a focus of Meridia's attention. If jealousy led to the collapse, then purification of the Order is just. The purified are walking embodiments of Meridia's will. Yes, a ritual of light in the two wings of the temple, the Dawn Wing to the east and Purity Wing to the west. It doesn't describe what the ritual involves. I have faith in my devotion to Meridia. We'll figure it out. I could see from the outside that the Western Purity Wing collapsed long ago. It looked overgrown with plants. The Eastern Dawn Wing appeared intact, though. Maybe we'll see more of the old architecture there. So, what do you think? Purity or Dawn? Collapsed and overgrown it is. I really hope none of the more savage wildlife made a home inside. I'd like this to go smoothly. Either way, I'll meet you inside the Western Wing. Let's look for that ritual site. The rod can create paths if we need it, just like outside. I'll search for anything that can help our task. Oh, stay clear of Purified. They will likely be hostile.
Oh, new people, and you still have your minds. Oh, very good.
Incredible. He's a Purified who can still speak. But how?
Yes, I can tell you many things. Come, talk. I was alone for so long, many years. Now you and I speak together. A good thing. I am Temerian. Or was. Perhaps will be again. You explore my home, this great temple. Why did you come here? Ah, yes, Lady Meridia's gift. Such power it holds. It creates the sentinels, did you know? I was to receive its blessing. A deceiver ripped that from me. If you access the cynosure, yes, you could cleanse the temple, remake it. Very true. Carissia. She proclaimed lies of love for me and Meridia, all to gain the cynosure's power, to become the blessed sentinel. When I realized, I fought back, but I failed. The temple fell and my lady punished me with this wretched half-blessing. Yes! Oh, look at me babble. The cynosure's power can clear the temple of danger. Then you can rebuild. A ritual unlocks the doors. Your high priest can do it. You'll find the site along this path. Keep going. Don't give up. I will meet you there. Head north, mostly intact. Easiest route to the ritual site.
For a high priest of Meridia, Temerian doesn't seem particularly faithful. If the Lady of Light denied making him a sentinel, his resentment may linger. Let's not be quick to trust him, friend. Why would someone spurned by Meridia want access to a font of her power? He may want to corrupt it somehow. Or maybe he just wants to get back in her good graces. We can use him to unlock the door, but let's remain wary. His eyes glow with Meridia's flawless light. That's the sign that Meridia's will has taken over a mortal follower. Usually their old selves cease to exist. Tomarian's story may explain why he's different. For a believer, a half-finished state like that would be agony, burning inside with Meridia's light, but not fully taken. It must feel like complete rejection. I pity Tomarian's circumstances, but Meridia's punishments are righteous. The old High Priest still lives, and he wants to help us? Very strange. Continue on. I want to explore more of this amazing temple.
Come closer, behind the tunnel gate. Go west, up the stairs. You'll find rubble to fix the bridge. I see how your rod works. Very impressive. Take these stones, then place them on the path. Easy. See? I am helpful. Trustworthy, despite how I look. Ritual site is very close. Keep going that direction.
Good. That's one gap fixed. We'll need more rubble for this next one.
Make the path, then go on. The ritual site is close.
Go on ahead. I'll join you in a moment. This room is so beautiful. For a High Priest of Meridia, Tomarian doesn't seem particular.
You see me? Behind the bars. I helped you. You can trust me. Let's talk. Your High Priest can do her ritual here. Unlock the Cynosure doors. Simple. I helped, so listen. I want to join you, be part of restoring the temple. I can protect you and serve Meridia again if you let me. You want to open the Cynosure. Let me inside. It can make me whole. Meridia will see my devotion. I will become a sentinel like I deserve. We can restore the temple. Build an army of light.
You found the ritual site. We can begin.
Consider my offer. We can rebuild the temple. Just let me into the Cynosure.
Let's discuss what to do next. Tomarian may have helped us find the ritual site, but that doesn't mean we should trust him. Put that aside for the moment. I recognize this ritual space. It reenacts the movement of the sun. It's a simple rite. I'll guide you. Stop by supplicating on the tile I direct you to. Then I will begin the chant and tell you where to go. When I mention a cardinal direction, you'll need to walk to the appropriate tile. That's it. Not at all. You don't need to be a believer, though I do encourage it. I can be the conduit through which her blessed energies will flow. Just follow the chant and it will work. But if you do wish to devote yourself, we can discuss that later. The tiles represent an allegory for the sun, Meridia's brightest light. We must recreate that allegory as you walk the tiles. Once complete, the lock should release. Now, listen to my cues. My lady's brilliance starts in the east, and we carry it north. We then carry it south. And finally, as the sun does, so do we carry the light west. Praise Meridia, we did it. And look, it opened a portal. Now we can explore the Dawn Wing to the east. The ritual worked! Half of the ward is down. Compared to the west side, the Dawn Wing looked completely intact from the outside. That doesn't mean it's in perfect shape, though. I do hope we get to see some of the old architecture. I'll head inside the eastern wing when you're ready. I figured that might be his goal. After what he told us earlier, I suspected he'd try to access the cynosure. We should be careful if we manage to open the doors. We go to the eastern Dawn Wing and hope for the best. I'm worried that the sentinel mentioned in the old records hasn't appeared yet. Maybe she perished long ago. Hesitating won't help. I know so little about this wing. Let's search for information before we proceed. I don't sense any magic on that crystal. Purely decorative. That amulet calls to me. What is it? Ah!
Mortals who walk these hallowed halls, please hear me out. Connection. My mind has linked to the body of this priest. It feels miraculous. I am Caricia, former priest of Meridia, now the blessed sentinel of this temple. You and this mortal I speak through. Explain yourselves. Why are you here? High priest. Her strong faith must fuel the connection through my old amulet. Through her, I can speak in a way I cannot in my own body. And you want the cynosure. My fortune continues. That power is the only way to free me. That man sees the sentinel as a gift. I know now that it binds mortals in eternal service to Meridia. This gift only creates suffering. It needs to be destroyed. We can help each other. Go east along the path. I will return soon. Our interests align, mortal. I will return in the northern hall.
I heard what she said. Go ahead, while I take a moment to recover. Such a feeling of intrusion. I could hear the words, feel my mouth move, but was powerless to resist. I feel unwell. Just go ahead. I noticed crumbled walkways. Use the rod again to make a path to the ritual site. I'll be along shortly. I heard. Her words sounded desperate. If the cynosure binds people into service to Meridia, how could that be bad? I would feel honored. I want to hear more of her tale, but I'd prefer a different method for receiving it. Look at this chamber. I can imagine what past acolytes felt here. Good job clearing the way. I think we're close. The wonders of this wing are amazing. Keep searching for the ritual site. I'll catch up. Wait, friend. I feel Caricia taking control again.
Halt! We must speak before you proceed. You approach the ritual site. Here, you will unlock one of the Sinoshore's doors. I must warn you, I am inside. As the Blessed Sentinel, I serve Meridia's will. When you enter, I will attack. I cannot control my actions.
You
misunderstand. I pray for my defeat. You must perform the unlocking ritual. But if the Sinoshore remains, the Sentinel's energy lingers and eventually reforms, so you must destroy it. You cannot allow other monstrous beings to gain its power. That worm blames me for a choice that belonged to Meridia alone. She saw his arrogant, self-serving plans. He was a glutton for power and wished to use the Sinoshore to control others. It's imperative that you destroy it, so he does not succeed. What I do here is necessary. I regret her suffering, but there is no other way. The urgency of my warning about the Sinoshore was more important than a single priest's discomfort. Enter the ritual site. See the cost of Eramine's desire. Prepare yourself for battle!
That's it! Enough! Just make it stop! She's in there? Defending the ritual site, I guess. We should get ready. I sympathize with her. She made me very familiar with how it feels to lose control of your own body. Can't believe she'd inflict it on someone else. A lot to think about. When my mission to Broken Light Temple began, I didn't expect to battle against my lady's blessed servants. I quietly believed Meridia would guide me safely to the Sinoshore. Suppose I was wrong about many things. I always thought that giving over one's will to Meridia would feel joyous. I imagined the Purified felt perfect at all times. Now, with Carissia's possessions, I question that. I still believe in our task, though. Let's get in there. By the light! Sentinel Carissia, up!
Fight! This shell will
I raised
fall.
a shield for you!
You must hurry, before I reform!
She's gone. Only dispelled. I can still feel Carissia in the temple. Time for the ritual. Let's quickly discuss it. I'm glad we prevailed over Sentinel Carissia. She possessed immense power and had such little control over it. Seeing her makes me question the purpose of the Sinoshore. I have a lot to think about. In the meantime, let's complete this ritual. For the most part, you stand on the center tile and follow my instructions. Let me funnel the energy to you. This ritual's metaphor is different, however. This looks like an allegory for a constellation of stars. I've read works about Meridia's connection to stars, but I consider it heresy. I can remember enough to recreate the constellation, though. Don't worry, I'll tell you which way to go. Excellent. Now follow along. The constellation of Our Lady rises in the west. We draw a line to the eastern star. Then to the north. The link is made to the south. That did it. One successfully completed ritual.
opened the door! Good servant! Now I become what...
Telmarian, stop! We need to discuss this! Light blind him. He just walked right in. We need to talk, friend. Burn his eyes. I knew we couldn't trust that scoundrel. We still need to figure out what to do about the Cynosure. Telmarian as a blessed sentinel worries me more than Carisia. He would become the sentinel we fought earlier, but stronger, more power-hungry, filled with spite. He truly believes Meridia chose him, and he was cheated out of his destiny. In service to my lady, I will try to stop him. I must destroy the Cynosure. That part I don't know. We have no idea what's actually behind those doors. You and I have solved everything together. We'll figure this part out too. Let's get in there. What is he doing in there? Hurry, let's get inside. Telmarian, no! We need to get over there and stop him! Telmarian, stop this! You don't understand!
I understand everything. I will gain what I am owed. Meridia, give me your strength!
He channeled all of the power into himself!
It's too late! Meridia blesses me as her new sentinel!
You must destroy him! I'll protect you like last time. Get in my shield, quickly!
Small creatures! Can't you see? Now I am the light! I am
Here's a
Meridia's
shield to protect
purifying
you.
hand! A weapon to cleave through the dark! By Meridia's
We must destroy the Cynosure. It's too powerful. Use the rod to remove the orbs from the pillars. Look, the sentinels appeared in front of the statue.
This sacrifice protects many others.
Her glory in the colored rooms.
Telmarian, it's time to go. After centuries, I am finally free.
You did it! Let's leave here. We'll talk in the Great Hall. Friend, over here. I can't believe it. I found the Cynosure at the heart of Broken Light Temple, and I destroyed it. Wait until I tell the rest of my order. No regrets, though. The stories lied. That font of power protected the temple by binding priests into servitude. I saw how it twisted people and destroyed their love. I don't want to perpetuate that. I don't understand why Meridia wanted that either. You go on your way with a good story and some coin. I gather the rest of my faithful and see what I can do to put Meridia's light to good use. Oh, and I take my rod back. Despite the outcome, I'm glad to have learned all we did, friend. I need to gather my acolytes in Sunport. I think we can rally the rest of the faithful and start something new. A priory or a chapel or something. Small and honoring to her brilliance. Nothing quite as grand as this old temple. I still feel dedicated to build something, Probably not here, but I'll honor Meridia in some way. My order will gather in Sunport and decide what comes next. I have high hopes. It may not be as grand as a temple, but it will be pure. And you as well, friend. Feel free to find me in Sunport after this. It will do my spirit well to see you still thriving.